and welcome. I'm John, and today we're in Reims, the heart of the Champagne region here in France. All right, so let's start with some fascinating facts about Champagne. First and foremost, this region is the only true home of Champagne. Now, of course, this shouldn't surprise you very much because of the name, but remember, here in Europe, wines are named after their region of origin, not the types of grapes that are used. So while we think of Champagne as any sparkling wine, the name is actually legally protected. So only specific sparkling wines produced right here in the Champagne region of France can bear that prestigious Champagne label. So Reims, where we are now, is the largest city in the Champagne region. It's about 200,000 people that live here. There's also a smaller city called Epernay with about 25,000 residents, and this is another key location for Champagne production. One of the great advantages of Reims is its close proximity to Paris. So you're just about a 45-minute train ride away, and it's a perfect destination for a day trip or a weekend getaway. So interestingly, Reims has a very interesting location on the geographical map. It is very far north, so if you drew a line across the world, you would see that you're basically growing grapes in Canada. And so what's the difference? It means it's a cool wine region, and that results in grapes that have a lower concentration. They're lighter in texture and they're lighter in feeling. So the grapes that are grown here are very, very special and perfect for Champagne production. So here in Reims, checking out the kind of local spots, remember, this is a location with great Michelin-starred restaurants, some shopping and things to do. But it's really all about the Champagne. There is a rich history here in Reims. This magnificent cathedral behind me is called the Notre-Dame de Reims. This is not just some stunning Gothic piece of architecture, but is actually a symbol of French royal history. For over 800 years, French kings were crowned right here. On the inside, the amazing thing here in the Notre-Dame de Reims is the breathtaking stained glass windows. So some of these are originals and they date back centuries, but others are a little bit more recent. So the modern windows were created by renowned artist Marc Chagall in 1974, and they were designed to blend seamlessly in this medieval cathedral. So Reims' history is actually a little bit more than 2,000 years old. It's originally founded by the Gauls, and then it became an important city in Roman times. However, it was during the Middle Ages that Reims began to flourish as a trade center. And the city's association with wine dates all the way back to those Roman days, but the way that we think about Champagne now, that was in the 17th and 18th centuries. That Champagne, the Champagne as we know it, the region in France, and the wine began to take shape. The method, champenoise, which is the traditional method of making Champagne, was developed right here. So we're here at Champagne Ruinart, and this is one of the most prestigious Champagne houses in the world, Maison Ruinart. It was founded in 1729, and it was actually the first established house of Champagne. What's interesting as we descend into the cellars here is that we're stepping into a UNESCO World Heritage site. These are chalk caves, criers, and they date back to Roman times, and they provide the perfect conditions for aging Champagne. You could actually feel the chalk on the walls, and this chalk is crucial to the terroir in Champagne. It just has excellent drainage for the vines and has a certain mineral quality that goes into the wines. And here you can see in the cellar, there are millions of bottles of champagnes that are slowly maturing. And the temperature and humidity here are very, very constant. So it's ideal conditions for the second fermentation. And that's the one that gives Champagne its bubbles. And now, of course, the best part, the tasting. Ruinart is known for its Chardonnay dominant style. So as we sip, you can notice the fine bubbles and the delicate aromas and the crisp, elegant flavor. This is centuries of tradition and expertise. Our next stop is Clos Lanson, which is another historic house with a unique feature, the Clos Lanson. So it's a walled vineyard right here in the heart of Reims, which is really a rarity in the Champagne world. And this little vineyard here is just over 1 hectare. It produces some of the most exclusive champagnes. And because of the urban location, there's a unique microclimate. So the wines have a very, very distinctive and different character to them. So at Lanson, you can see here the full champagne making process, all the way from press to the bottle. There's a careful blend of art and science and a bunch of laws that go into creating each cuvee. There's a special recipe here in Champagne, and every single one of them has to follow it. So at the end, Reims is only one part of the Champagne wine region here in France, but it gives you a little bit of a taste of what it offers. It's great history, it's got great wine, and it's got everything that says Champagne. So as you're traveling around, have something great to eat, have something great to drink, and santé.